35 secrets about Zoro that you probably don't know. Did you know that in Zoro's original design, Zoro was only supposed to fight with one sword? But Oda changed this idea because he wanted to give Zoro some uniqueness. This is only one out of 35 facts that I am going to tell in this video. And also I have picture of Zoro's future. It's not regular fan art. Instead, Oda by himself drew it. Oda confirmed how Zoro will look when he will be 40 years old. And I will show that to you in this video, so stay tuned. Zoro and Sanji have this constant rivalry going on, but many fans think this started at the very start. However, their true dislike for one another actually starts in Little Garden. And it's Zoro who started it. Zoro is the only character who comes closest to death the most since joining the crew. Zoro was the first person in the series to show observation and ornament haki both at the same time. In this panel right here, he used ornament haki, and this panel right here, he used observation haki. Both of these scenes are before time skip, and we didn't even knew what was haki after time skip. Zoro has unique type of observation haki. We all know by now there are different types of observation haki. According to Rayleigh, Luffy is best in sensing emotions, and Zoro is able to sense objects. It's hard to explain, but Zoro is able to sense the emotions of the object. Since 1997, Zoro's appearance has undergone several changes. After the time skip, Zoro looks more different than before, and the most prominent change is the scar he has on one of his eyes. The scar is located in Zoro's left eye. In Jump magazine chapter 598, the scar was drawn on the right side of Zoro's eyes, but actually the scar was on left eye. Not only this, in chapter 698, there is another error in Zoro's appearance. Instead of a line, the mistake was in the form of X, like the one on Luffy's chest. Oda then explained that it was a drawing error. A silly error can't happen two times, right? In my opinion, Oda is literally doing the foreshadowing here. If Zoro wasn't a pirate, he would like to become a police officer. Zoro has the most voice actors in anime history. In Japanese, there is only one guy who is giving voice to Zoro, but in English dub, there are 4 peeps who are giving voice to Zoro. To be honest, I haven't noticed this till now. Zoro is the only character who is the second most popular character for more than a decade. Do you guys actually know that Zoro actually killed a freaking dragon? Not only this, he is the second person to kill a dragon after Sword God Ryuma. Of all the Straw Hats, only ronoroa Zoro is inspired by a real pirate. Ronoroa is the Japanese translation of the famous pirate Francois Olonais. This pirate had terrorized the Caribbean Sea in the 17th century and became one of the cruelest pirates at that time. We have already talked about Zoro's original design, but do you guys actually know that Zoro was not supposed to be with Luffy in the starting of the series? Instead of that, Zoro was originally planned to be Buggy's bodyguard. People usually think that Zoro is only good at 3 sword style, but Zoro is also skilled with only 1 or 2 swords. Zoro can cut through steel. Zoro is the only swordsman in entire history who can wield 9 swords at once, and he is able to do that because of his Hashira mode. As you know that Zoro can slice through steel, but Zoro is now also able to slice through fire. You know about Porthemus, that fire that Big Mom have? Yes, Zoro sliced that fire to save Straw Hat. Of course, he used haki. Without haki, it's kind of impossible. Zoro might have mastered Enma because Zoro sees some kind of Grim Reaper. We already know that all the swords have their own soul, and that's why I think that this Grim Reaper right here is none other than Enma's soul. We know that Zoro and Sanji are rivals and both try to one-up each other ever since the day of Little Garden, and still it's happening in Wano. I found it quite interesting that Oda went out his way to make Zoro just 1 centimeter taller than Sanji both pre and post time skip. No matter how much Zoro and Sanji quarrel with each other, they are still best friends. There are no secrets kept between them. Sanji knows about Kuina and Zoro knows about Kamabaka. In most cases, Luffy asks people to join the Straw Hat Pirates when he come across them randomly, or if he is impressed by their skills. But Zoro is an exception to this. Luffy sought him out because of his reputation as an expert swordsman and tried to persuade him to join from the moment he first met. When One Piece was not even airing, at that moment Oda had already decided that Zoro will lose an eye. Zoro's sleep schedule is pretty messed up, just like me, and that's why Nami often criticizes Zoro for being lazy when he falls asleep during the daytime. But it's likely that Zoro actually needs that extra sleep since he's not getting enough of it at night. He usually stays awake at night to save the Straw Hats from any kind of attack. Zoro's teeth hurt when he bites the sword. A reader asked Oda if Zoro suffered dental damage from his fighting style, and Oda confirmed that he did. But he also said that it was worth it because of the promise he made to Kuina. Many of Zoro's moves are named after different types of sushi. Nigiri is also known as hand-rolled sushi. Toro is known as tuna. Otoro is known as fatty tuna. Hirameki is known as flounder. Oda once said that instead of giving Zoro a devil fruit, he would like to give Zoro's sword a devil fruit. And he also stated the name of the devil fruit, and it is fish fruit. Mythical type model Seiryu, allowing it to transform into a dragon while Zoro himself remained the same. It's pretty cool to imagine him wielding a sword dragon. In an interview, Oda was asked how often the members of Straw Hat bath. While some of them bath every day or every few days, Zoro only manages to clean himself once a week. That's why Zoro stinks so much. Every One Piece fans wanted to know that what will Zoro look like when he will be 40 years old or 60. Well, most of the people will make fan arts or something. But to avoid that, Oda drew Zoro's future. As you can see, in the age of 40, Zoro will look like this, and in the age of 60, Zoro will look like this. Rayleigh and Zoro are pretty much alike. In One Piece live action movie, this guy is going to play the role of Zoro. In an interview, he also said that I have to work out really hard because I have to maintain the physique just like character Zoro. Zoro always has to win an argument whether he is right or not. And on the other hand, Sanji is actually very mature in his way of thinking. But once Zoro is around, Sanji will sink down to his level, and Sanji will start calling him with stupid names. Zoro has already decided that he will get a tattoo in the future when he beats Mihawk. Zoro accidentally called Chopper son once, while Chopper accidentally called Robin mom. Is Oda trying to do some kind of foreshadowing here that Robin will be wife of Zoro? Do you guys know the reason behind Zoro's 3 earrings? Well, as he trained in his childhood, whenever he masters a sword style, he pierces his ear, and that's why he have 3 earrings. In the 2 years Zoro spent on Kuragaina Island, he actually defeated Mihawk once while training. But the truth is that he'd rather travel alongside the crew while they pursue their dreams together than have this early accomplishment acknowledged by the world. So that's why he told Mihawk that it doesn't count and asked him to act as it never happened. Zoro's favorite food are white rice and seeking meat, and his least favorite food is chocolate. Zoro sleeps at 4 AM and he wakes up at 7 AM. This is Zoro's sleep schedule every day. Zoro's reintroduction to the series after the time skip is similar to how Mihawk was introduced. Both sliced a gallon in two, and both did that because of interrupted naps. Zoro had never called Sanji by his real name. He usually calls him by the name of Cook or Baka. And with that, the video is finally ended. If you watched the video till now, please consider subscribing. This is part 1, 400 likes, and I'll make part 2. And for your next video, I want you to watch this video right here because it is fire.